Days, you know, we won't open their presents or anything until on Friday.
Keep him thinking. Shemar, remember, he's got a busy mind, so get him thinking. That's it. Yep. Well done. Good.
I don't know how well this is coming out. It looks very dark in the picture.
Let go. Neck control. That's it. Over. Point the whip with your heel more. Yeah. Over. That's it. Keep the neck supple. Over.
So it was a bit early to buy everything, really, but then I didn't want to have to go in there Monday or Tuesday.
Right. Good. Right, just change the rein. Good. 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 Breathe. Sit back. Drop those heels. Hold on. Bend around me. Stay back there. Neck control. Watch it. And taking your legs round him. Then pull him out. Hold on. Give him a knee. That's it. Over. Yeah. Get that back end moving. That's it. Bring your leg. Keep that supple rein. Hold on. That's it. Yeah. His leg back. You watch this leg behind you. Your other one is better. Coming from his left hip. Turn your body. That's it. Leg under you. Hold on. Good. Keep the neck in the right across. Right. Contact. Keep it flexible. Keep your steering wheel. That's it. That's good. Do like yesterday. You ride the neck. Yep. Turn with your body. That's it. That's it. Breathe. Hold on. Keep the connection. That's it. Yep. Yep. Keep your legs back.
Getting lovely, isn't it?
Keep the control. Keep your legs rounded.
So after his showing off, did he travel a while?
Yeah,
Breathe.
So that contraption on his chest is
I think so. Sharon's,
beginning to realise that he might just as well stand still.
well, Sharon says, can't remember what she was saying, but with children, special needs children, if they have something on their backs or it sort of comforts them and calms them. So it's not only stopping him going up, it could be a comfort to him.
Outside the leg there. He just blinks out a bit, doesn't it? He's popping out a little bit. Nose drifting through that right shoulder. You go around there, brace it up. Right leg, turn your body.
daughter-in-law said she's seen on her new horse up there a few times.
Seems what? So?
Helen.
Yeah.
She's seen her a few times going up and down the lanes.
Oh, we haven't been up there yet, have we?
Has Lisa seen it?
Oh, yeah, she's been up there several times, yeah. I thought the way they were talking, Helen was talking, that we were sort of coming up next week, but never happened. Now it's got so busy, it'll be New Year.
Yeah.
Have you got to go into town anymore? Have you got all your shopping?
No, I should probably go. I'll go swimming tomorrow. I might go to Asda. I ain't got to get much because I'm not.
No, you're out so much.
No.
Do they all come around to you at all?
No. I said to Jack this morning when I went to pick the dog up, I said, do you want me to come back here? So before Daddy goes to work, save you coming out in the cold. So he said, yes please, Nanny.
Aww.
So,
has it stopped him smiling?
no.
Still
No,
smiling?
he was still full of it last night.
Oh.
In between running to the bathroom.
Oh.
I made a big batch of leek and potato soup, so I've been ploughing my way through that.
Lovely. I make leek and Stilton
Yeah,
with cider in it.
that sounds nice.
It is lovely.
I have made cauliflower and still.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't like Stilton by itself, but
No.
I love it in cooking.
Yeah.
We've got all the friends, all the gang coming down for New Year for, I don't know how long they're staying, 2 or 3 days. Hard work, but great fun.
So have you heard any more about your move? Have you got any rough idea?
No.
I can't believe that's something
Well, we
so
can't.
straightforward.
Lisa insisted it was completed before Christmas, and they said, oh yes, that's possible. They were saying that at the beginning of the week.
What, with yours as well?
Yeah, for the whole lot. And I think I read an email from her that said to me that they'd sent her this 4 o'clock last night. They'd sent her about 400 pages to read before she could sign or something.
What?
I just...
And what about yours before you can sign?
Well, don't know.
Is
I
it all
haven't
going to
heard
happen together though?
Well, I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
it should be,
It should do, because our solicitor, although it doesn't have to, as far as we're concerned, but the solicitor is always looking after your interests, and
I can't imagine how long it'd be if there was a few problems about people moving out and
Yeah.
You know, if it was a big long chain about buying theirs and buying theirs and buying theirs,
Yeah.
yours is the easiest it could possibly be.
But they were saying about there was a mine shaft just outside of our garden. I don't know if it's over towards yours, and it must be.
What, Mary and Brian's place?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it doesn't seem to be. They just can't trace any where the shaft and that is, or nobody in Trispan's heard of a mine shaft there.
I was going to say, how many years back have they gone to find a mine shaft?
No idea. It's not even on the property. It's just outside somewhere, but then I suppose the tunnels and that go somewhere, but we've never ever heard of mining in Trispan.
No.
And I told you about the EPC, didn't I? They sent us 2 weeks ago to say, they haven't seen the report on the EPC that we've got to have. Nobody told us we had to have one.
What's the EPC?
The energy, how
Oh, right, yeah.
good. If you're selling it with an estate agent, we knew you had to, because the estate agent insists on it, but no one's told us we had to have it. So this was.
Write that up, then?
You've got to get someone
You've
in
got to pay
to do
somebody
it.
to
Yes,
do it, yeah.
pay someone to come in and do it. So that was 5 months after we've agreed to buy it. So why hadn't the solicitor told us that we need that? We were very fortunate. We got hold of the man that did Mary and Brian's. We didn't even know they had theirs done, because, what's that bungalow? There's the lowest it could be, I would imagine. And we got hold of him, and he was up at St Austell. He said, well, if I finish here in time, I'll call back today. If not, it'll be Wednesday. I think that was the Friday. Anyway, he managed to come the same day, and we could send it off to the solicitors.
So what does he have to go through then to do a report for that?
Well, how efficient it is on energy, so that's whether you've got a newish boiler, and your roof insulation, and whether you've got the walls insulated, and all these kind of windows, and how energy efficient it is. £90 I think it cost.
What a rip-off.
But and then with that same email, there were about 10 questions on the cesspit.
On your system?
Yeah.
Is the bungalows on the main drains?
Yeah.
So it's been 5 months.
Yeah. 5 months.
I cannot believe that.
Well, we can't either.
You're looking at nearly a year to buy a house, aren't
Yeah,
you?
we will. Because now, time we get them back in and the architects draw up plans and we agree it and they get a builder, I think I should have well and truly recovered from my operation anyway.
Well, that's just one tick for that then.
It's a 3 months recovery apparently.
Right.
So I don't think that'll be a problem, do you?
You're lucky that you can stay there and Lee
Yeah,
can
I
stay
know.
where she is.
Yeah.
But what if you had people chasing you?
Yeah. Well, Lisa's asked for the complaints procedure. Sid's written to Lloyd's Bank because one of the gripes our solicitors had was that they couldn't get the deeds from Lloyd's. Lloyd's took so long, And they asked Sid to go in there in the end, which he did, and Lloyd said, oh, well, it was there waiting for them. But to my mind, the solicitor should be chasing things up. Pay them enough. So Sid sent a letter of complaint in to Lloyd's, written a few stroppy emails to our solicitor. Mary saw him on Sunday, saw Sid, and said, oh, Brian's spitting feathers because he's had a whole list of questions through yet again.
What, from your
from their
solicitor?
their solicitor, but it must be questions sent from our solicitor. And they all blame each other.
Yeah. We touch wood here, but he's not doing too bad.
No, Lisa always says this when she's had a battle with him. He's really, really good, and that's what often happens in dressage, because you always say, oh, you know, you always say you don't know the second test, and you always get better marks. It's because she had such a fight in the first one. Lost her. Pointing it up there.
Right now.
Yeah. Why is that, I wonder? I wonder if it's the angle I hold it. It's stretching.
Yeah, on this side, come up that centre line.
Nobody else coming in today.
Oh, what time is it?
It's 5:30. 1:45.
Oh, that's her time up then.
Somebody else waiting down there. Equestrian turn.
Right up the centre line now.
It's gooey and equestrian turn.
Up the centre
I
line.
know.
You said don't go gooey.
Gooey.
Back away. That's it. That's it. Over. That's it. Back forward.
Wind sounds as if it's got up again.
I was hoping I was going to have one of Mum's roses left to take down to the beach.
Yeah.
But they've all been blown to smithereens.
Oh, gosh, they've done well. Cut mine back ages ago. Are you going down there Christmas Day morning, did you say, or Boxing Day?
No, I'll go down there first thing Christmas morning. As soon as it gets light, I'm down on the beach.
Turn into the centre line. That's it. Right, and ooh. What was important today was that we had a say